Our country, being the democratic system that it is, depends on the participation of our citizens. But about half the states have stopped making civics and government a requirement getting through high school.
Character education is never a trade-off with education. It's got to be an enhancement. It's got to be a part of the real educational mission.
The idea of financial literacy, we need a lot more. These are the kinds of very basic things that we all have to teach our children.
We pretend that our kids are career or college ready when they leave high school, and they don't have a clue about the fundamentals of how to make and earn a living in today's society.
So I think today our job in our schools is not just to make kids smart, but to make them good people.
These are basic things that I think so many of our young people have no idea about.
Whether you know it or not, whether you want to or not, if you are a teacher, you are teaching for certain the next generation of leaders.
If we forget what we did, we won't know who we are. I'm warning of an eradication of the American memory that could result ultimately in an erosion of the American spirit. Let's start with some basics. More attention to American history and a greater emphasis on civic ritual.
Liberty Learning Foundation began with a simple mission: placing free teaching tools into the hands of educators, helping them teach, inspire, and empower our next great Americans. But in tight-knit communities across the state, our programs immediately took on a much more elaborate life of their own. We began the Next Great Americans bus tour to kick off the groundbreaking Super Citizen program with energetic, educational, emotional performances that rallied entire communities. We trained teachers and coordinated volunteers to help implement crucial lessons in civics, character, careers, financial literacy, and our great American story. And we watched with tears in our eyes as graduating super citizens honored local heroes from stage. The film you're about to watch is not Liberty Learning's story. It's the story of how concerned corporate citizens, community leaders, parents, and educators are banding together to power a movement that reaches far beyond school walls to improve child, community, and country.
I am so proud that we are bringing aspects of good citizenship back into our schools as a priority. I think it's something that our society needs. I think it's something that this community needs, and I know it's something that these students will benefit from.
The Super Citizen program helps pre-K through 5th grade educators teach beyond the test. It arms them with media-rich and project-based learning tools that complement state standards and rounds out the equation for teaching students from all walks of life to be school-ready, life-ready, and career-ready.
This is especially good because this gives our social studies department and really our whole school an opportunity to provide really lifelong lessons for our children.
One of the things that I really like about this program is that it takes me back to the days when I was in school when we really learned civics and we learned all about government and the community and just how to treat people.
To understand that we live in the greatest country on earth. That's one thing that I wanted them to learn of where we're from and what citizenship and what being a good student and a good person is to America. I mean, it's awesome.
The sponsors are investing in our children. They're investing in our future. They're taking those young minds and helping them realize what they're going to be in the future and how they're going to be leaders. And that is so important.
Well, I just hope they understand how great America is. And I think this program does a lot to help educate our students with those values and principles.
What a wonderful way to excite the kids about our country to talk about the USA, to talk about freedom, to talk about liberty, citizenship, community. So exciting, and I know that this program will bring great fruit for our community and for our state and for our nation. These children are starting to go into teenage years, they're starting to form opinions and ideas, and what better way to help them form those opinions with a great program like this.
To increase interest, learning, and retention, Liberty Learning's Next Great Americans bus tour rolls into towns to orchestrate unforgettable live performances and celebrations. Community leaders, press, parents, and students gather to sing, learn, and be reminded that we are all part of something important and bigger than our own backyards.
Excellent. I am so excited, and the students are so excited. It's wonderful. We were thrilled. The excitement level, they were leaving here singing the song and waving the flags.
I mean, I still have chill bumps. It makes me cry. It's incredible. I can't believe it made me wish that my kids were 5th graders today. And I feel like they missed out on something.
I've become speechless. Just watching the kids and knowing what they've accomplished through this time. I was here for the kickoff, and that was exciting. But this just really touched my heart, and I think they did a great job.
I had a coworker who said, wow, this program should have been in place for the last 30 years. And I'll just amen that sentiment, that this is something that I'm so glad that we have now. And we're going to do everything in our power to make sure that it gets grounded and that it's sustained, because it's something that can make such a difference.
It's been wonderful. The kids are great. They're so excited. Every week we come in and we talk to them about some of the other lessons that they've done, and they retain the information. They're excited about doing it, and they want to see what comes next. They always want to say, what are we doing next week?
We understand that educators already have a full schedule, so we connect volunteers with classrooms, and the results impact students and teachers as much as the volunteers themselves.
It was exciting to see all of us here kind of, cheering them on, and then seeing them getting so excited about what's to come in the weeks ahead.
I thought it was incredible. It was so empowering to see such a clear message being given to kids that's so young, letting them know that they can be part of it and that they've got a great future and things that they can actually contribute to. I thought it was empowering and exciting. I loved it.
It is very, very exciting to see these young people become so excited about learning, and to see that excitement as they move through this program, to see them learn, to see them grow. It's an incredible experience for our volunteers.
Good morning, this is WNFC in Monroeville and Dr. Kathy Murphy, Superintendent of Monroe County Schools.
A dynamic group of elementary students wraps up a school citizenship program.
Elementary students participated in the character
empowering
building.
our next great
The
Americans.
organization produced Super Citizen Kits. It teaches students to dream big and helps prepare them to achieve those
With
dreams.
teachers getting the help they desperately need, students showing remarkable improvement, and local heroes being honored in schools, it's no wonder the movement is generating quite a stir in print, television, and social media.
And we just want all of our students and all of this community, these are things that they can benefit from. We have local businesses.
Despite the national trends that have students failing in the areas of financial literacy, civic responsibility, and career preparedness, students in the Super Citizen program are more informed, more prepared, and more motivated to achieve. We're helping create dependable employees, creative entrepreneurs, informed citizens, honest leaders, hard workers, and people who cultivate community.
We planted a tree!
Test scores rise and behavior issues decline.
The citizens of the community become employees of our corporation. So the future of our company depends on the future of each community. This program, the Super Citizens program, is just what we need. What we need is a community, as a company, as a country.
Our schools want to do bigger and better and expansive projects, and this is one of them. So I would love to see community members just come along and support this.
I think it's a tremendous program, and it's really nice to see the elementary students who are being taught the same things, who recognize what qualities are of a good citizen and how they can become good citizens.
I was very proud of her. I did not expect her to be so confident in herself, and I think that's something that she has learned throughout this program, is to be more confident in herself.
I think they've learned to look at people who don't have what they have, and they want to give back to their community. And they're really starting to recognize the everyday people in their lives that are real, true heroes. Not just the football players and the movie stars, but the crossing guards and the brother that's in the Marines and the janitor at the school. Those, the ordinary people that they are starting to look at and say, hey, that person's a hero. And I think that's really important too.
Best feeling I had in my life. This.
There's impact measured in numbers. Then there's impact that's so far-reaching, it's immeasurable. We watch in amazement as Torch Teams, the project-based learning piece of our program, brings lessons full circle.
It just touches my heart, you know?
Student teams nominate, carefully select, and ultimately honor local heroes on stage in front of hundreds. The whole process kicks civic, career, and financial literacy lessons into high gear as students dream up businesses, hold fundraisers, and put in some old-fashioned elbow grease to raise money for honoring their heroes.
The students are actually raising money to honor 4 Torch heroes within the community of Montesano. My vision is that this will inspire the 4th graders for next year, but also that the students learn a lesson that we can be self-sufficient. You can go out on your own and create things and give back to the community.
Oh man, I was wiping tears. The entire program first of all, the program was excellent. But just to have his class and his teachers think of me in that way is really, really humbling and really, really awesome.
Our super citizens learn to model good character. They learn to show gratitude. And they learn how it feels when that gratitude comes right back in their direction.
It's hard not to cry. It means a lot to me because I know the kids. I know they nominated me to support him, and that means a lot to me because I thought they was more of a super citizen than I am. I'm just the recipient for them supporting Carson, showing their support for him.
To be a part of the program and honor me with the award today, it's probably one of the greatest awards I've ever received.
It was amazing, and it says a lot for the program and for what the school's doing, because just the reaction of the kids and just to be nominated is very, very special.
I'm an emotional mom anyway, and my son is out of school, so to have the younger kids see what you do, it means a lot.
I was on the U.S. bobsled team for 4 years, and so I've been on the podium with the national anthem. I've won many medals, but that doesn't compare to when your daughter and her class and people that you've taught, they're the people that really look up to you, and hopefully you touch their lives in ways and you don't even realize that you're just being you.
Probably one of the best experiences in my life, just to be honored by my niece and her 5th grade class like that.
That's why we've adopted the motto, when you honor a hero, you become a hero.
With help from passionate sponsors, caring communities, and tireless teachers, Liberty Learning is succeeding in an ambitious but critical mission we can all agree on, preparing our youth to be responsible citizens, to create their own opportunities, to design their own futures, to break the cycle, and to take ownership of their important roles in America's future. Together, we will keep the bus moving. We'll teach, we'll inspire and empower our next great Americans. And together, we will do the work required to improve child, community, and country.